I'm a racer and I know it. I'm a racer and I know it.
Hello and welcome, Racer fans, to our inaugural episode of This Week in Racer Women's Basketball. My name is James Lowery, joined by Coach Rob Cross. Coach, preseason, what have your girls showed you so far?
Well, right now we're excited about how things are going from an energy standpoint and a communication standpoint. It's the loudest team I've coached since the last time we won a championship, and you know that's critical for success on the court, both offensively and defensively, especially. We've had good senior leadership in that area, and we've got a couple of freshmen that are going to play key minutes. And one of the great things is they've been communicating, and that's usually the hardest thing to get freshmen to do, is get them to talk. Now we haven't played a game yet, so I don't know if it's going to happen when the lights come on and things are for real. We're probably going to have some moments early Friday night. We've got to get through those opening game jitters. And we've had a couple of close scrimmages against outside competition and have seen some I think we have a good rotation of 7, 8 people and feel comfortable going 9, 10, 11 deep with people coming off the bench.
All right, Coach. I've walked past a couple of practices. You seem to really like up-tempo play. Do you have the players you need to play that style of game?
No question about it. Right now, we're looking at Erica Burgess and Erica Sisk, a freshman for us. Erica Burgess, a returning all-conference player, is an electric type player on the floor. Really can get out in transition, put a lot of pressure on the opposing defense as she pushes the ball down the court. Erica Sisk is the same way. Probably the fastest player I've coached. We've got to get her under control a little bit, but she would be in the starting lineup if we had a game tonight. And so we'd start 2 of the best athletes in our league at those spots. And Mariah Robinson, a returning all-conference player at the guard spot, can shoot it, and her athleticism has increased over the summer. She's really dedicated herself off the court and on the court, and her body has changed, and a much better athlete than we saw in previous years. Tessa Elkins will come in at the guard spot. So we've got 4 guards that I feel like are all-conference caliber players. Tessa's a very smart player, does all the dirty things. In the stat sheet, it won't show up as much, no eye-popping stats from her, but she's going to make sure that things happen. And then at the 4 spot, we've got Jessica Winfrey and Kyra Watson, both about 5'9", 5'10", can really get out and run, and good athletes, can catch and finish in transition, and that's exciting. And starting at the 5 spot, we've got Kelsey Dirks right now, about 6'3.5" freshman from Robinson, Illinois. Ashley McBean probably backing her up at about 6'3" from Melbourne, Australia. They both run like deer, and they get out. And I feel like we have the ability to get out and play in transition. And we just got to make sure that we make great decisions and get shots instead of turning the ball over.
All right, Coach, your first game is going to be Friday, doubleheader with the men. You've got the early game. Western Kentucky's coming into town. How do you feel going into that game?
Well, I'll tell you, the great thing about it is I love having a doubleheader with the guys to start. Hopefully the CFSB Center is packed. We need to make sure the guys get that 7th sellout in a row or whatever it is. And, I'd love for all the Racer fans to be there for our game. I'd love to see a packed house when we walk off the court, hopefully with a victory over a Western squad that has a new coach, and Michelle Clark-Hurd. And I know she's going to do a great job. I've known Michelle for a long time. Was a long-time assistant at Louisville. So, she knows what it takes to be successful, and I'm looking forward to that. We really don't know what they're going to do. New coach, a lot of new players. It's going to be interesting for us. We're going to have to be able to make adjustments on the fly, and with some of our young players, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. But I feel like it'll be exciting. I know we're ready. We're definitely ready to play against outside competition. Our players at this time of the year, it's such a grind being in practice every morning at 6:30, 6 a.m. and they're just ready to hit the floor in those game jerseys and play against somebody else.
All right, then, Coach, on the other side of the weekend, you have Monday game. It's against Indiana. Similar look at that one?
Well, I tell you, they have a new coach. So, we open the season with 2 teams that both have new coaches. So it's tough to know exactly what to expect. We played at Indiana last year, and we led for 39 minutes and 45 seconds of that game. We just trailed for the final 15 seconds and really had a great opportunity to get a win against a Big Ten opponent on their floor. So I'm sure we're going to have their coaching staff's attention and their players' attention, because they're going to come in here wanting to make sure that doesn't happen again. And Kurt Miller, the new coach at IU, is one of the best coaches in the country. I voted for him for National Coach of the Year a couple of years ago when he was at Bowling Green State, and I respect him tremendously. They have a lot of talent, and they were the biggest team in the Big Ten last year, and they have those players returning. 6'6" post player. They have Jasmine McGee, a wing player who was the Junior College National Player of the Year 2 years ago. So they've got a lot of ability. They've got some new players as well, and I know they're going to come in here with a lot of focus on playing the Racers, which a lot of times BCS schools, they might have a tendency to overlook a mid-major opponent, but I know we're going to have their complete attention.
All right, Coach, so you mentioned a lot of your players earlier talking about tempo. Is there one player that you're just looking to stand out and lead your team this year?
Well, I'll tell you, from an off-the-court standpoint, more of a locker room captain and team camaraderie type captain, Mariah Robinson has been named captain of this team, a senior. She's an all-conference guard, has been on the All-OVC team, and right now she's going to be coming off the bench, and she's accepted that role. I don't know if that role will continue that way, but she's accepted that role graciously. All she cares about is doing what's best for the team to have a chance to win a championship and compete, and that's what you really look for. And our other seniors have really done a good job. Tessa Elkins has been very vocal in practice, great mind for the game, really, really good understanding of the game, and does all the dirty work. So it's hard for anybody to challenge what she's telling them, because she's going to be the first one on the floor after a loose ball, and at 5'5", she's going to be in there mixing it up for rebounds with 6'2", 6'3" people, and the Erica Burgess has been more vocal this year. She's been a quiet player in the past. She's talking more. I'm really pleased with her growth on the court, and that's really what we need to be successful. I mean, we need our seniors to step up and lead, and we need some of our better players on the court to step up and be vocal, especially someone like Burgess, who has the ball in her hands a lot. For her to be communicating this year much better has been great for our team.
And there you have it, Racer fans. Racer women's basketball, 2 home matches coming up. Friday night against Western Kentucky and Monday night against Indiana. Coming out to the CFSB and cheer on your Racers. As always, I'm James Lowery, joined now by Coach Rob Cross. Thank you for watching, and you have a great day.